What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sold Out. And on today's episode, I'm bringing you a versus video between the Way of Wade AC12s, the All City 12s, and the Nike GT Cut 3s. I enjoyed playing in both these sneakers. They both had their pros and cons, but we are going to jump right into it. First, let's get a weight. I'm pretty sure the GT Cut 3 was the lighter of them. This comes in at 12.4, and this one came in, I think, at like 11 something. 10.9, just under 11. So when it comes to weight, if you want to play in a lighter sneaker, probably going to be your best bet to go ahead and go with the Nike GT Cut 3. But if you don't mind something a little bit heavier, which you really don't feel the difference that much, the Way of Wade AC12 is pretty dope as well, and it's definitely a light sneaker. Now jumping into heel comfort. Heel comfort on the AC12s. Got a nice Achilles pad back there. Feels great on foot. The sidewalls right here, though, don't have much padding compared to this right here on the Nike GT Cut 3, but for some reason the AC12 felt like just a little bit better. I think it was the plush feeling from this back like tongue type thing here on the AC12s. So when it comes down to like heel comfort and also lockdown on both of these were great. If you guys watch the initial videos, I had no issues with lockdown on these guys at all. But when it comes to heel comfort, I'm going to go with the AC12s. Now on to laces. Laces will just be a quick rundown real quick. You got the bulbous laces here. I've seen a couple people complaining about them, didn't like them. I actually loved them. They haven't come untied once. And the Nike GT Cut 3 has the better laces just because they're kind of like the oval laces and they're a lot more grittier. They're not like the cheap oval laces. So at least when we're taking this almost $200 price tag to the head, at least they're giving us couple premium touches on the sneaker, but I think they could have added more at the end of the day. Now down onto the tongues. The tongue on this right here it's okay. It conforms to foot well. The padding feels good on foot, and it's just I just wish it was breathable. Same thing with this. It has tons of ports on it, but at the end of the day, no heat can get through that. It's all padded all the way through here, but I do like the padding and the way this conforms to foot and how it kind of comes to a split right here on the GT. I don't know if you guys can see that, the GT Cut 3 tongue. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the GT Cut 3 tongue. So now down on the materials on the AC12. They weren't like crazy premium, and I think you can get this sneaker for $149 off wayofwade.com, kicksown.com, and there's a couple other sites, Wild Salt as well. They all have these sneakers out now. I was actually hoping to be one of the first one to get them, but mine took like 21 days. I got them from kicksown.com, and I'm pretty sure it was just because of the holidays it took so long. So everybody that ordered during like the Christmas, New Year's from the Chinese sites, you probably took an L thinking you were going to get these sooner than everybody else, but you really didn't because they got held up in shipping for a very long time. I think mine took 26 days or something like that. But materials at the end of the day felt pretty good on foot. They put this toe box right here. This is a synthetic toe box, and only thing I'm worried about, I'll share a picture, is like when it's bending. I'm not sure how long this can bend and pry and take the pressure of you like shooting off like that, like shooting off the top foot or your forefoot. I'm not sure how long that takes, but as of right now, it's held up well. The mesh on the side's very thin mesh, but it has an overlay on it. It has like a TPU overlay. I think that's gonna hold up pretty well. Patent leather right down through here, and then they got a nice little hologram type looking screen on the back. I'm not sure what that material is, but I think it's dope. I just wish they would have put something like their other logo or a Way of Wade's logo on the back so it switched when you flopped it around. Now down onto the Nike GT Cut 2. The materials weren't premium, but they weren't bad, but they're not what you expect out of a $190 shoe. They're trying to build a lightweight shoe, and they definitely did a good job while still maintaining some nice stuff on the sneaker. The embroidery is definitely nice on this side and this side. They got this plastic piece that comes up right here. You guys can see that. And this all down through here to the tongue is like a suede. It feels very good, but I'm just not sure how long it's gonna last. And as far as breathability on both these shoes, this was kind of a hot box similar to the Harden 7. My foot got very sweaty in it, so if you have a very sweaty foot and you don't like to have a sweaty foot, this might not be the sneaker for you. But this, on the other hand, will definitely do a good job. There's tons of ports, just see through. Guys might not be able to see that on camera, but you can see right through that. And then it's got this mesh kind of screen on the back with other ports as well, so air gets out that way. So while the tongue is like covered up pretty well, you still get pretty good breathability out of the Nike GT Cut 3. So now down onto cushioning. Cushioning on this is a full-length boom setup. You guys can kind of see the ports right here, and then this piece right here is all the exposed boom foam. On this side, they kind of have a TPU cage over it, but it's very soft, similar to the All City 11s if you guys have played in the All City 11s. I love the cushioning setup on this. The forefoot's very responsive while there's still a little bit of cushion, and the heel impact protection on this is great. I am going to say this has better heel impact protection than the Nike GT Cut 3. I know it's ZoomX foam, and this feels a little bit more bouncier. Like it compresses and shoots back up quicker when you're doing heel strikes. I figured this would kind of do that more, but it didn't. This is kind of more plush on the back, but this feels great. Like the response isn't as good as the AC12 though. The 4-foot response on the GT Cut 3 just isn't as good, but the heel impact protection on this is definitely nice. It's definitely a nice ride. I cannot complain about either of the cushion setups, but at the end of the day, for the cushion setup I'm gonna go with the AC12 setup. Now down onto traction. Traction on both of these was very nice. This really did not pick up much dust. I know there's some people saying that this picked up a lot of dust. I played in this, I don't know, 12, 15 times, wore it through school just to see if it picked up a lot of dust. It really did not pick up that much dust, and it bit well on a dusty floor and top tier on a clean floor. If you're playing in these, it was definitely top tier on a clean floor. I'm not gonna say it's goated or anything like that, but down onto the Nike GT Cut 2, this thing was like a vacuum for dust. This stuff picked up crazy amounts of dust. I will share a picture of like a zoomed close-up because you guys can't really tell right here how much dust was on this sneaker, but I just cleaned them too, by the way. But at the end of the day, this thing picked up tons of dust, but it still did well. You had to wipe. It didn't really slip out much. I didn't have any crazy slip outs or anything like that, but you are going to have to wipe if you are going to rock the Nike GT Cut 3 in a dusty gym because it is going to pick up tons of dust. So what traction would I prefer out of the two? It's going to be the AC12. The AC12 never steered me wrong. I never had no issues, just a wipe here and there, but it wasn't as frequent as the Nike GT Cut 3. A lot of people are going to say that's crazy. That's a $190 sneaker. This is a $150 sneaker, might be even cheaper now, but I'm just telling you guys my thoughts in the gyms that I played in. This had the better traction. So now down onto what sneaker I would prefer. I am going to go with the AC12. I know that's probably going to be a shock to a lot of people. I enjoyed playing in the Nike GT Cut 3, and I definitely want a few more pairs. I actually like that purple pair, that red pair. I was thinking about getting for coaching, just to have it as a coaching shoe. I can wear it if I'm running in the gym with the guys or anything like that, or I could just take it to the men's league and play with it. So at the end of the day, I definitely love the aesthetics of this. I feel like you could rock this casually. Like, and that's what's dope about it. There's not a lot of basketball shoes that you can rock casually. Like this, it doesn't look like something you would rock too casually, or like the Kobe 5s or the 808, Way08 808s. It just doesn't look like something you would just rock normally, like with joggers or something like that. These you could probably pull off, but the Nike GT Cut 3 aesthetic-wise is going to be my favorite out of the two. Performance-wise, it's gonna be the AC12. I like the AC12. I enjoyed playing in it. I love the traction, love the cushion setup. I never had any pain after I took this shoe off. The heel impact protection was amazing. Similar to the Harden 7, but I think the Harden 7 might have been a little bit better on the heel impact protection, but I definitely love the AC12, and I just loved everything about the sneaker, from the heel comfort all the way down to the 4-foot. I loved everything about the AC12. And the Nike GT Cut, it's not a bad sneaker at all, but for 200 bucks, would I get this shoe or would I spend 150 on this shoe? I'm probably gonna spend 150 on this shoe and maybe upgrading to a pair of Move insoles or something like that, because a pair of Move insoles in these is probably gonna make it even more top tier. You just get a little bit more cushion and you kind of get that flex plate in the middle. I think it's definitely gonna be a nice setup when you put the Move inside these. And you could do the same thing in this, but at the end of the day, you spend 190. Do you want to go spend 40, 50 bucks on an insole? Probably not. I really wish Nike would have dropped us this sneaker with a drop in midsole. I think they will learn from their mistakes, and they will do that next year. A lot of people were let down. I was pissed. I was upset when I seen that this did not have a ZoomX drop in, because who wouldn't want to have a ZoomX drop in and be able to rotate it through all these sneakers or other Nikes with drop ins, Kobe's? I mean, that's a blown assignment by the people over at Nike's tech department. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna go with the AC12s. As always, I appreciate you guys watching this video. You might be shocked that I chose this over this, but at the end of the day, it's my pick. What sneaker I'm playing in, it's gonna be the AC12s. So as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this episode of Sold Out. Peace.